And many of our victorious athletes who won a record number of medals at the Commonwealth Games in Kuala Lumpur are about to be honoured with a parade through Sydney. Our athletes won 198 medals, 80 of those were gold. Details of those stories, National 9 News tonight at 6.
More Australians get their news from Channel 9 than from any other source.
7:30 tonight, Getaway, followed by This Is Your Life and RPA. Then 9:30, the premiere special Miracles and Visions, Fact or Fiction.
This program is brought to you by Jenny Craig. Jacko did it. You can do it too.
Australia. You're watching Midday with Kerry Ann. Now, would you please welcome your host, Kerry Ann Kennelly.
Jeff Harvey, hi everyone. You've only played that because you've got big horns today.
What? We'll do that again?
No.
Yes, it's a big, it's a huge, it's enormous. It's the
they're
band.
the enormous horns.
Exactly right. It's the band from The Boy from Oz, which you will no doubt tell us about soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Very
I can't
good.
wait for this today, folks. We've just got the most spectacular production number, but I will tell you about it shortly. But gee, that sounds good. No, that's the theme from, it's not Superman, it's the theme from
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
That's right.
Oh,
Very
Star Wars. Star Wars, absolutely. That's why I was doing it on one foot. You see, I thought I'd be... See, I can do a lot of things...
Trek. It's Star Trek.
I can do a lot of things on one leg now.
How is John?
He's... Very well, Jeff.
Oh,
do you like my lyrics, my sequence off today? My little fashion statement again? You can borrow them when we're over. Hopefully it'll be soon. Listen, hello everyone. Great to have you with us. And what's today, Thursday? Yes. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm there. A quick mention, folks, very important. Today is World Sight Day. And if you do have any old or unused glasses at home, not beer glasses, Jeff. Eyeglasses. We're talking spectacles. You can drop them into any OPSM store throughout the country to be recycled by the Lions Club. They'll be recycling them for people who really can't afford the new pair. So don't forget all those old glasses you've had in the drawer for a while. Give them to OPSM. A lot of people will be able to take use of them. I tell you, another big midday show. Fabulous guests, terrific music. But at this moment, plenty happening in the heart of Sydney. The Commonwealth Games in Kuala Lumpur. The Australian team surpassed all expectations. A record haul, as you all know, 198 medals? Making them the most successful Games team in history. Our victorious athletes are currently travelling around the country as guests of honour in a series of welcome home parades. They're about to kick off the grand finale in Sydney. Brady's out there. Hi, Brades.
Thanks very much, Kerry Ann. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, they expect... Okay, here we go.
Oh, look, and there goes our gag for the day. That was a deliberate mistake, ladies and gentlemen.
And we've lined the streets down here to thank them, to congratulate them, the medal winners, those who participated, and all those hard hours that they put in training behind the scenes that we just don't see. Now, one of the real stars, up-and-coming stars too, of this Kuala Lumpur Games was Matt Shervington. Now, I'm going to try and fight my way through the crowd of girls, the well-endowed Matt Shervington, to find and get a quick interview with him over here. Bear with us, folks.
I know, it's insane.
Matt?
Did you anticipate this sort of level of support when you came home?
No, I mean, well, the support I had over there sort of indicated how many people were willing to support me, and it was just amazing, the faxes and letters that I got.
Matt, the support from young women, has that been big?
There's been a little bit, but you know, I'll accept any support.
Yeah, fair enough. Look, I did read somewhere where you said that, or something was mentioned about that pair of shorts. It was a very baggy pair of shorts. Will I go any further, or what?
Yeah, all I can say is all the faxes that said I need a new pair of underwear. It's not true. It wasn't my undies. It was the bodysuit. The design wasn't the best, so...
Well, it impressed a lot of the audience, that's for sure. How soon before you think you'll be able to get to 9.99 and below?
I think it'll come soon. I mean, hopefully before 2000. If that happens, then I'll be right on track, so...
All right, congratulations, well done. Good on you. All right, we're going to make our way up to talk to some more athletes, Kerry-Ann. Just making our way through the crowd here. You know, when Melinda Gainsford's knee bone gave way, it actually allowed another knee bone to do very well, and that was Nova Peris knee bone. Now, we're just going to... I can see her up there. She's just ahead. I think I need an athlete to help me run up here. Poor Jamie, our cameraman here. Bear with us. There she is over there. She's signing autographs. This is just about to get underway, going down the main street. Nova, we're just coming in live for the midday show here. Sorry, folks. Sorry about that. No, sorry to interrupt. Nova, what a magnificent transition from hockey to athletics. You're really pleased about that, obviously.
Yeah, very pleased. You know, I've only been running for the last 2 years, so, you know, I'm using the Commonwealth Games as a stepping stone for the Olympics. You know, the Americans and the Europeans weren't there, so, you know, Seville in Spain next year for the World Championship. So, you know, I'm looking at improving every year, and still got a long way to go, but...
On your times, when the Americans and the Europeans do enter in Sydney 2000, how do you think you're going?
Well, my time would have put me 8th in the World Championships last year, and, you know, I have no doubt it would have got me a final berth.
Get the finals.
Yeah, I mean, that's a realistic goal to say, you know, Olympic final for the one or maybe the 200. So, and our 4x100 metre relay, if there's a medal chance, you know, we've got one there, so
Good
looking
stuff.
forward to it.
Well done, Nova. We'll let you get down with the signing the autographs.
Right.
Thanks for that. Okay, we just want to take over to meet you, one of the older athletes, Kerry Saxby Jr. Now, where is she? Kerry Saxby. Well, there she is, just over here, folks. Kerry-Ann, bear with us. We're going to go around. Kerry, sorry to interrupt.
That's all right.
Midday show. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Kerry,
pleased to meet you.
You've been, I don't mean to insult you by this, you've been around forever doing this.
I have been. I know I have. I mean, my first year I walked was in 1983. My first international trip was 1984. Now, if I can keep going to 2000, I'll be really happy.
That's the aim for you,
That's
isn't
right.
it? Yeah.
And now that I've got a young Australian girl that's just beating me, well, I'm going to tack in and try and train to get myself, you know, really fit for 2000.
Well done. Congratulations.
No
I'm
problem.
really proud of you.
Thanks,
Good on
mate.
you. Thanks for that. Now, look, we're talking about Kerry being around forever and a day. This next lady I want to introduce you to, her name is Heather Turlin. Now, I'm having a bit of difficulty trying to find her. As you can see, the parade's just about to get underway here, Kerry-Ann. So, oh, there she is over there. Heather Turlin is the lady who's 38 years of age, and she has 4 young kiddies, and there she is, Heather's over there. We're just finding our way through the crowd here, and this is just a remarkable story how this woman took out the marathon. And Heather, we just want to, sorry, midday show. Oh, we haven't caught you in one of your best positions there, have I, Heather? Sorry about that. Oh dear, let's just close that out. Tell me a little bit, I just read briefly about your training schedule. For those who haven't heard, can you tell us what was involved in your training schedule for KL?
I was doing my main sessions on the road, so I got my good quality session in on the road, and then my second sessions I was doing on a treadmill, which was actually, had been reported to say it was in my kitchen, but it was in my teenage son's bedroom. And I had a heater on, and I'd get the electric fry pan and the kettle just to get humidity in the room.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So all the electrical appliances going and the treadmill, so you get the heat of Kuala Lumpur.
Well, the heat and the humidity. The other alternative was to go up to Darwin, and I wasn't prepared to leave the family 3 weeks earlier than what I actually had to. So the best I could do to acclimatise was to jump on a treadmill.
And I know that, I don't mean to insult you here, but I mean, you're approaching middle age here, so I mean, Sydney 2000, is it a prospect for you?
I'll certainly be there for Sydney 2000. I had considered retiring, but it wasn't so much because I was feeling old and worn out. It was more the fact that I'd had, you know, big headings like Heather Turlin, the oldest ever athlete chosen in a Commonwealth Games. So I begun to have this perception that I was old. And after winning gold, I've decided that if you're good enough, you're young enough. So I'll be there for Sydney 2000.
Well done. Congratulations, Heather. You're a great inspiration for all of us who are approaching middle age. Kerry-Ann, we're going to leave it here now. The parade is literally getting right underway now. It's a little bit late. We're going to come back to you shortly in the show with some of the swimmers. See you then.
Well done, Brady. Well done. Fantastic, and we'll be catching up, as Brady said, with some of those athletes during the parade. And I hope you picked our deliberate mistake. And today, Ewan, could you walk backwards for us? Because we just, we had Brady going backwards there. Can you?
Sure. Happens all the time.
Oh, we got to get the feet.
Oh, the feet.
Let's get a shot of the feet. There you go. Yep. There you go. And Jeff, it's your turn to play something backwards. No, that's normal, isn't it? And on this note, I'll go... Welcome to Good Morning. After the break, ladies and gentlemen, all the magic... don't you love live TV? And excuse me, what was that middle-aged comment that Brady Halls was making? We object to that, don't we? Yes. OK, after all the magic of Australia's show, this is just the most wonderful production number. Stay with us. It's from The Boy from Oz.
It's the Boston Strangler.
You're telling me this guy's copycatting a serial killer who's been dead for
20 years. You're looking for an intelligent white male, 20 to 30 years old, socially functional.
Everything's different. Different guy.
He's switched from DeSalvo to Bianchi and Buono, the hillside strangler.
One man is copying the most notorious killers in history, one at a time.
He's sending you letters like he's daring us to nail him.
If he wants to be famous, he has to be caught.
I'm death and life to you, Doc.
And we know that Mr. Cullen was safe in San Quentin last night, so why does this book show up under the mattress?
Together, two women must stop
The
him
man who has killed 5 women in this city was just in your apartment.
before he kills again.
Change your locks, tighten up your security, and pray.
For the first time on television, Sigourney Weaver, Holly Hunter, and Harry Connick Jr. in a deadly game of cat and mouse. Copycat, 8:30 Sunday on Channel 9.
Have you seen my blockout security shutters?
No. Let's have a closer look. That's not a genuine blockout.
Aren't they all the same?
No, and I'll show you why.
I can't make these budge.
That's because of Blockout's exclusive Maxi Block system, which gives me extra security and keeps the house cool. Don't settle for second best. Phone Blockout direct or find us under Blockout in the white pages.
Get tough, get blockout tough.
Come on down to Electronic Sales and Service this week for our huge warehouse clear-out with over $2 million worth of factory second and new stock, all sacrificed by up to 50% this week only. Everything has to go, with prices so hot we're not allowed to mention brand names. All products have up to 3 years warranty. TVs, VCRs, stereos, faxes, video cameras, fridges, washers and much, much more. Only at Electronic Sales and Service, Blacktown and Penrith, this week only.
Well, how would you feel if your mum missed out on a rugged 3.5-litre Mitsubishi Pajero GLS or GLX with a free CD stacker? Then you find out they had the same offer on the versatile Challenger 4-wheel drive, and she missed that too. See your participating Mitsubishi dealer today. You'll be mad if you miss it.
Fruit bars. They're absolutely fruitful.
Look at this. A vacuum bag. Did you know it clogs? So much so that after vacuuming just one room, you can have lost 50% of your suction. The Dyson has no bag, so you get 100% of the power 100% of the time. Better get rid of this. The Dyson vacuum cleaner. We've said goodbye to the bag.
Welcome back to Midday. The showbiz hit of the year is The Boy from Oz, the musical celebrating the life and songs and times of Peter Allen. Sydney audiences had better hurry to Her Majesty's Theatre. The show must close in December in order to move to Brisbane in January. Details on your screen. You can also enjoy the music at home on the original CD, the cast CD. But performing live on Midday, sure thing, baby. Welcome Angela Toohey and the boys from The Boy from Oz.
You deserve better than what you get when you're born. Everyone sings of some bright tomorrow, and that's okay. But what about today? Look around as the old stars make way for the dawn. Everyone says no time like the present. And if they're right, what about tonight? If you sing out brave and loud, pretty soon you draw a crowd. They'll hand you life on a platter, and when you're gone, what does it matter anyhow? 'Cause the only time we really have is now. We'll never curse the road not taken. Don't fall asleep, just stay awake and see the sun. I may not know much, but I know my day has begun. Give me a chance to be somebody, I can repay. What are the odds against tomorrow being my day? Sure thing, baby. High, write your name across the sky. Give me a chance to be somebody, a hundred to win. I can repay. What are the odds against tomorrow? Me and my day, sure thing, baby. Down. Everything seems impossibly hard. What can a girl like me get to hope for? To be a wife. What about a life? You see, even if you're a no one like me, when the time comes, run and catch it. No matter when, it won't come again. Give me a chance to be somebody, a hundred to win. I can repay. What are the odds against tomorrow being my day? We'll never
Discover the best way to enjoy New Zealand, plus a Caribbean island that's too good to be true on Getaway 7:30 tonight.
Then at 8:30...
He started out as a child actor, then became a teen idol.
You were my first love.
Mike surprises an Aussie entertainment legend on This Is Your Life.
And at 9 o'clock, Paula's doctors try to avoid a complicated delivery and the tragic news behind Peter's hearing loss on the compelling RPA.
That's followed by the premiere Miracles and Visions tonight on 9.
Does your makeup pass the daylight test? Mine does. L'Oreal Feel Natural. It looks natural. It feels natural. It hides those little imperfections. Only Feel Natural has a unique light softening formula to cover evenly, edgelessly. So you look natural in any light, especially daylight. L'Oreal Feel Natural. It looks natural in any light, so I feel natural in any light because I'm worth it.
Why should a reduced fat diet reduce your taste for the good things in life? When you can feel free with Kraft-Free mayonnaise. It's 97% fat-free. 97%.
And she was there next to me. The finest food, the biggest selection, the night is everything you need. Glamour and style, crowd, she was sharing it all with me. Oh, what a night, and a park, an evening to remember.
Thursday, a perfect start to the day with the fresh taste of real 100% Australian orange juice. Daily Juice, for the freshest taste today and every day.
It's a beautiful life. 2 huge Lincraft superstores at Westfield, Chatswood and Miranda are now open with up to 50% off furnishings, fabrics, craft and haberdashery. Lincraft superstores, Chatswood and Miranda.
Oh, Lincraft life, oh yeah.
Terry, where is the Mediterranean-style tuna with pasta?
I'm doing my flippin' best!
New Green Sea's Tuna Gourmet Meal in a Can. It's a flippin' great idea.
McCain Home Fries, special oven fries that taste as good as fried chips. Ah, McCain, you've done it again.
Welcome back to Midday. As we go to air here on Midday, Australia's victorious Commonwealth Games athletes are being honoured in a welcome home parade through the streets of Sydney. Midday's Brady Halls is covering the parade now. Braid, speak to me.
Okay, fellas, well done. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you very much.
How did things go?
Very exciting, and at the moment we're just sort of soaking up the great Australian fever.
Well done. And what was the atmosphere like over at KL?
It's very good, yeah. There's lots of people there. It's good to have a big crowd.
And Sydney 2000?
Look forward to it. Yeah, most definitely.
We'll let the parade go on. Well done. Thanks, fellas. Michael Diamond there, Kerry-Ann. You know, on the swimmers, not all the swimmers are coming up here now, but not all the swimmers are here today, of course. Kieran Perkins couldn't make it, and Susie O'Neill, of course, on a honeymoon, so we'll excuse her for that. One of the great lines out of it was a golden night in the pool, and I suppose you really have to say it was a golden night in the pool. So many gold medals, more than we've ever got before. And here come the swimmers up there now. Of course, these are probably the Games athletes that are the ones that give us most of our emotions. I mean, swimming is what we excel in. Swimming is what we do so well at.
How many cars in the parade today,
There's
Braid?
about 75 cars. Now, this is the biggest parade. They've gone right around the country and culminating in today's big parade here. Now, here we go. Look at these four. Here we go. We'll just try and get a word with these fellas here. Fellas, we're on the Midday Show live. Just if you can tell us, what was the atmosphere like over there?
What was the atmosphere like there or here?
Over there.
Over there, it was really as awesome as this. I mean, there was a pretty big house, packed crowd over there in Kuala Lumpur, and I mean, it was a great feeling here, and it's just as great here.
Give us a show of those medals.
Show of these medals? I've only got 3 here. Michael's got my other one.
Who's got the other?
Michael's got the other one. He forgot to bring his.
folks. Look at Matthew Dunn, Michael Flip, Daniel Kowalski, and Ian Thorpe.
How can you go to a parade and forget your medal?
I'm gonna have to put my foot under the tyre here, I think, to stop these guys.
No, I tried that with a motorcycle last week. It doesn't work.
That's right. Not a good thing. That's very true. All right.
How can you go to a parade and forget your medal?
Did fellas? I just want to quickly. I mean, did you think you'd break a world record? I mean, you knew you'd probably get the gold, but a world record?
Well, that was all in the back of our minds, but we didn't want that added pressure from everybody else, and when we did it, I guess in a way it was relief.
I've got to say, it's looking exceptionally well now for the Sydney 2000, isn't it?
Well, the talent in this particular race is endless. And, we could probably have two teams that could go close to breaking the world record, so it's exciting.
Well done. Congratulations, fellas.
And by the way, Brady, Daniel Kowalski, who you're just talking to, will be here in the studio with us tomorrow.
That's right, exactly. He will too. Look, I want to try and find Grant Hackett. I'm told he's down here. Can you bear with us?
Oh, absolutely. Go and put your foot under a car. I know, it's a huge parade. It's a beautiful day out there,
It really is. It really is. We've got about 50,000 people lining the streets of Sydney today. This is the biggest parade, but I mean, we've really been blessed with the weather. I mean, it's just been exceptional. The crowd is a little bit thinner around here. It's much bigger up in the other areas. This is a cold part of Sydney. I think I have to move or else the Navy's going to wipe me out.
Go and grab that tambourine.
Okay, we've got some more swimmers coming up after the Navy band.
Well, also tomorrow, live here in the studio, Grant Hackett's joining us, as well as Matthew Dunn, and we mentioned Daniel Kowalski. So, I mean, it was just such a spectacular Commonwealth Games for us.
Okay, we're going to try and get up to Grant Hackett. There he is. Okay, you with me, Carrie Ann?
I'm with you, Brad.
All right, here goes that foot. Grant Hackett, we're on the Midday Show live. Congratulations. What's the atmosphere like here?
It's unbelievable. People keep asking me the question, what's it going to be like in Sydney 2000? And right now, I can't really compare. The response here has been fantastic. And, you're mad if you're an athlete and you're missing this today.
Where are your medals?
My medals, they're at home on the TV. I've been away. I've only had one day at home since I've been back, so I've been a bit busy. But, yeah, they're sitting on the telly at home.
Well done. Congratulations. All right, Carrie Ann, there we go. I think I'm going to get wiped out here in a minute. I think I'm going to have to go and clean myself
You're doing
out.
a fabulous job. And as long as his medals are quite happy watching telly at home, we're glad. No, you've done a terrific job, Brad, so we'll be getting back to you in the next hour and a bit.
Yeah, I had to catch up with you later. You know what I'd really like to find? You know that the weightlifter who did the somersaults and did all the cartwheels?
Oh, the audience is going, yeah. Obviously
the
a big hit.
guy. I can't pronounce his name. I think it was Mehmet Yekeks or something. I'm going to go and try and find him.
He probably doesn't know your name either, Brad.
Thanks.
Braid's beautiful cars, great day. You're doing a terrific job, and we'll cross back shortly.
Thanks, Carrie Ann.
Yes, for more of the Commonwealth Games, the coming home parade for our fabulous athletes. More on Midday after this.
Explore Australia's most extravagant house and garden. Discover what's hot in new look pots.
How about that?
And James Morrison's Doghouse Dollhouse.
I do get threats to get sent to live out here if I don't behave.
Burke's Backyard, 7:30 Friday.
Introducing new Pond's Clear Pore T-Zone strips. They're individually shaped to perfectly fit the problem areas of your T-zone. You'll see dirt and blackheads right there on the strip. Ugh. Give blackheads the heave-ho with new Pond's Clear Pore T-Zone strips.
At Retrovision, it's the because we're the biggest retailer, our prices are rock bottom sale. So get this Fisher & Paykel 5 kilo washer and bonus towel for just $5.95. At Retrovision, it's our rock bottom prices sale. So get this Fisher & Paykel 5.5 kilo washer and bonus towel for only $6.95. At Retrovision, it's our rock bottom prices sale. This Fisher & Paykel 7.5 kilo washer with 2 bonus towels for only $9.95. At Retrovision, it's our rock bottom prices sale, but it can't last. So lay by now for Christmas.
The divine Miss Anne is Bathhouse Betty again. Bette Midler's new album is Bathhouse Betty, featuring the beautiful new single.
You are my one true friend.
Bette Midler is Bathhouse Betty, the new album, now.
Hey, kids!
It's Joe!
I've got good news.
Yay!
It's back to school. And Lowe's.
Yay!
Australian-made layback collar shirts.
And blouses.
$12.50 each. Unisex polo tops only $13.95. Oh yeah, laboratory tested and rated for sun protection.
Aussie shorts. Scotch Garden. $11.95. Pocket school shorts. Very tough.
Full elastic waist.
Scotch Garden.
$13.95.
And nice. Yeah!
All school colours.
Okay, Twisters.
Come on!
Here's the latest chocolate hits from the USA. Whitman's Miniatures.
Come on, baby.
Raspberry Truffle. Espresso. Cookie. Caramel. 11 big hits for parties, picnics, lunchboxes, candy bowls. Dig that pure Whitman's chocolate. New Miniatures chocolate with a twist from Whitman's. Yeah.
Hit it! I am not the boy next door. Time is a traveler, Tenterfield saddle, make your bed.
It's final weeks for Australia's smash hit musical.
Still call Australia home.
The Boy from Oz must leave Sydney before Christmas. Don't miss out as The Boy from Oz says goodbye to Sydney. Hurry, new seats on sale now.
It's a beautiful life. 2 huge Lincraft superstores at Westfield, Chatswood and Miranda are now open with up to 50% off furnishings, fabrics, craft and haberdashery. Lincraft superstores, Chatswood and Miranda.
The magazines are always full of stories about how to meet the perfect partner, but what happens when perfection proves elusive and you want to get out of that relationship? Is there a right way or a wrong way to end things? Is breaking up really hard to do? With the lowdown on when love goes wrong, please welcome comedian Peter Meisel, Cosmopolitan editor Mia Friedman and social commentator Anthony Ackroyd. Anthony, Mia, Peter, welcome. Well, as I said, Mia, you're from Cosmo. Now, we see all the time how to meet, the perfect partner. But what about, do you ever give advice on how to get out?
We absolutely do. I think it's a lot harder to get rid of someone than it is to find someone in a lot of ways. We just published an article, actually, How to Dump a Guy, A Coward's Guide, because I think it's really, really difficult to do. Because you usually care about the person to some degree, and especially if it's been a long-term relationship.
Well, what's the Cosmo Coward's Guide to Dumping?
Well, there are quite a few lines that you can use. I mean, anything from, I think I might be a lesbian, to...
And I can vouch for that. I've used that word.
For some guys, all you have to do is say, I think we should get married, and that's guaranteed to get rid of them.
Okay, we've got a couple of... Do guys try and end a relationship differently to women? Do you think, Anthony?
I don't know. So this is a tough call. I think, there's 2 types of breakers. I don't know if the panel would agree with me in the audience, but there's the slow burn and the let's just get this over with variety. And I've been both. I've been a lingerer. It's like, like a 3-year root canal. It can be once the relationship is over. So I think it's probably better to do it quickly, but I don't think guys or girls are better at doing that. You just hope that they pick up
the hints.
The atmosphere when you haven't said anything for 3 weeks, or you've set fire to their cat, or you're actually ringing 00, 55 numbers late at night, and things like that can give a hint, but there's no guarantee.
Well, Peter, are men better at breaking up than women?
I've only been on one end of it, so I really don't know. No, I still...
The end of what?
Oh, later.
Okay.
No, I still think the best way it was ever done was the way they used to do it in primary school. You told your friend, Betty Sue says you're dropped. There was none of that tension, none of that face-to-face. You got the lawyers to divide the crayons afterwards. It was a much simpler, better way.
Now, somebody else do it.
Sure.
That could be a new service, actually. Yeah. We dump your partner for you.
Okay, what about lines? We're talking the coward's lines. What are some of the best breakup lines you've ever heard?
I think my favourite would have to be, my other personality doesn't really like you.
Nice, I like that, yeah.
Not many guys are going to want to stick around and, you know, tough that one out, I don't think.
I like the one, we're breaking up. I'm President of the United States. Sorry, Monica. But it doesn't have a wide application because most of us won't get to use that line. But I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
That's me as other personality, actually.
I think you often have to be quite blunt talking to men. I think that women tend to want to protect the guy's feelings. They'll tiptoe around the issue a little bit, like...
You're hysterics here, Pete.
Like, we need to talk, things aren't going so well, and guys are often a little bit obtuse when it comes to taking the hint. So you end up with the gently approach, and you end up actually saying, look, I don't love you, can you please go away?
And then the guy says, well, what are you doing for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
I remember seeing the writing on the wall, you know, it said, drop dead, Peter. Black text, it was disgusting.
I think the best line, Kerry-Ann, I was on the receiving end of this, but I used it after. This is a beauty. Please, people at home, get out a pen, write this one down. I think you'll appreciate this. After a 2-year relationship, this is what I got. You're just too right for me. Isn't that beautiful? It's the most a compliment that you're thinking,
I don't deserve you. That would be another good one.
That's in the same camp as that, yeah.
So I don't deserve you,
you don't deserve
and you're too right for me.
You're too right for me, yeah.
What about on the other end of the scale? The really unfortunate ones getting dumped? The worst lines, the cruelest?
It's not you, it's him, and him, and all the other guys you're sleeping with.
It's not you, it's her. There's another good one. Yeah. But also, the best one I heard, you know, when they're in that very intense, heated discussion, and people are trying to explain themselves, and they're grasping for straws, and this girl said to me, I feel like I'm treading water and I want to swim freestyle.
That's quite esoteric.
Metaphorical.
Yeah.
And you're kind of appreciating the metaphor, but you're thinking, oh, yeah, I'm still dumped. I know this is about swimming, but I know that I'm out the door at the same time.
Don't you find that women tend to have broken up with someone in their own mind quite a long time before they'll actually get around to telling the guy? So often you will be thinking about breaking up and perhaps, you know, dropping a few subtle hints, maybe having a few headaches, the sex might not be as frequent as usual, and then by the time you actually come around to doing it, he'll be completely shocked. He won't have seen it coming at all.
Well, he's a man.
Like, hey, honey, how about a quickie? And she goes, as opposed to what? You know?
What?
Those are hints you should pick up on.
What about revenge? I mean, sometimes when you've got a very hurt partner who, you know, it could be a guy, it could be a girl, a very hurt partner who seeks revenge. Do you know any good revenge stories? Not that we'd want to spread any about.
Well, I think the best revenge, and this is taken from, again, some people I know and probably won't appreciate me telling this story, but hey, we don't know them, so let's go for it. No, the guy was an actor. And this is, in my mind, the best revenge is to live out the other person's dream. What could be worse than to actually achieve what they wanted to achieve in their lives? And this guy was an actor and said, listen, babe, I've got to concentrate on my career. It's not working out. I need to focus. He went on, did some auditions, got nowhere. She went to NIDA and became a star. And I think that's the ultimate revenge, is to actually achieve what the other person wants.
If you actually want to be a little bit more cruel, there's always a kind of...
I thought that was pretty cruel, but go for it, man.
But I have the sister of a friend of mine broke up with a guy, and he seemed to take it quite well at the time. And about 6 months later, she was getting married, and she'd sort of told him that she was getting married, and he seemed quite okay about it. Anyway, the night before the wedding was due, he called up the caterer, the church, the reception, the flowers, everything, pretended to be her fiancé and said, she's just left me, the wedding's cancelled.
Wow, that's
cancelled
great.
her entire wedding. So they turned up, you know, he got onto a lot of the guests as well. They turned up, there were, you know, very few guests, no food, no church and no reception. So that was a case of a dish best eaten cold, I think.
Well, that's a bizarre thing. That was the guy who wanted to be the actor. And he's getting better. You know, that was obviously very convincing.
Revenge stories?
It has to be done with dignity and maturity.
Go on anyway.
I think super gluing the toilet seat in the upright position No, because I'll tell you why. Because you had a fight, there's the bitterness, but you know, once you've left that place for good, the next time she goes to the bathroom, you've got the last one in. Maturity and dignity.
Always.
That's the key.
Also, I find you can be inventive about it. You know, you can break into the other person's apartment and exchange all their clothes with exact replicas that are one size smaller.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Okay, we've got the revenge, the bitter party. What about staying friends? Should you ever attempt to stay friends with someone?
No way.
No?
No
Well,
way.
don't you hate that line? Don't you hate that? I mean, after you've been dumped, after they've reached into your chest and gone, you won't be needing this anymore, then they have the nerve to look at you and say, but actually, let's still be friends. And that's when you say, well, actually, I've got enough friends, and what I'm looking for is someone to bonk. So, if you're no longer in that category...
Peter, would you ever attempt to remain friends?
I have. After the last relationship, which was for 9 years, after we broke up...
9 years ago.
Yeah, the last time. So the memory's vague. We went to Europe together after that because we got along really, really well. Seriously.
Did you have sex?
With each other? No.
Sex.
Not with each other. But we didn't for the last couple of years anyway, so what the hell difference does it make?
Well, guys, thank you very much for contributing because it is always, you know, on the minds of people what they're trying to do. How's the comedy going these days?
Not too bad. I've got. Can I talk about tonight?
Yeah.
I've got a show tonight at Hill Street Tavern in Hurstville, and I'm also.
Just plug it if you like.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
go on,
Let me do
plug
that.
it.
And I'm part of the Sydney Comedy Festival, part of the A through Z or A through Z of comedy. A couple shows there.
Oh, is that at the Panthers?
Yes, one's at the Panthers
that's
and one's at the
great
Civic Centre.
venue. We did our whole show
Newcastle.
from Panthers last year. Have you worked Panthers?
Never
the room?
before, no.
It is wonderful.
Right? Oh,
You'll
good.
thoroughly enjoy it.
I hope so.
Terrific. Anyway, so guys, thank you very much for joining us. I understand Brady is... why don't I get this earpiece back in? Love doing live TV. Before I say goodbye to you guys, Brady, as you probably, because you've all been watching the show, is out on parade braids. Who have you got with us? Did you find that weightlifter you were looking for?
Oh, sorry, Carrie Ann, it's like bedlam down here. Yeah, I did. He's just coming up here now. Here goes Mehmet now. And he's still excited like he was at the Kuala Lumpur Games. Here he comes now, just in this car here. He's not a big bill bloke. He only won the snatch and grab section, 56 kilos. Come down here,
The snatch
Mehmet.
and grab. He's not a shoplifter.
He's coming down here. Hold on, I gotta go get him.
Go get him, because I'm sure he's being held up by
Come down
other
here, Mehmet.
worthwhile organisations there.
Mehmet, you're on the Midday Show live. You look more excited than anybody when you won that.
Nearly as excited as the gold medal. This is just awesome. It's unbelievable.
It
It's
really brought a
fantastic.
tear to a lot of people's eyes when you did that jump. I want you to do it for us now.
No.
We're just watching it there, Brave.
Oh, hold on, Mabel. You do the job. No, put it in your mouth. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, yes! What a character.
Well done, mate. Well, he's going to do it one more time.
He wants to do it again. He wants to do it again.
Have a look at that. Well done, mate. Listen, one second. How do you think you'll go in... Oh, my God, he's dropped the medal. He's dropped the medal. Isn't damaged at all.
Well, at least it's not on the TV set.
Can I touch it?
It's only gold plated.
Oh, it's
but,
gold plated.
It's good that it's not real gold, because if ever I get stuck for times or money in the future, I wouldn't want to sell it anyway.
That's
so,
right, exactly. That's good thinking, I think. Mehmet, by the way, my name's Brady, in case you didn't know. We had a bit of a joke about that earlier.
Oh, no, don't you know.
Mehmet, Sydney 2000, I mean, what do you think? It's a big call, isn't it?
Different story altogether. If I come in the top 10, I'll be really happy. It's probably not what the people want to hear, but it's a different ball game. You know, we don't have the support, we don't have the backup that the best Olympians and the what you need to become an Olympic champion, but it's just great to be part of the experience.
Well done, we're so proud of you. Well done, Mehmet. There he goes.
That's fabulous, Braid.
He's a wonderful fella, isn't
Congratulations getting him to do that little flip. That was just worth it. Not once, but twice, live on Midday. He is actually a tiny guy, isn't he? He's much smaller than I thought.
He is. He's only small. 56 kilos, actually, with the snatch. So, I mean, just a remarkable job.
Wonderful. Well done, Braids. We'll try and catch up as soon as you get something good happening down there. Give us a buzz. Okay, Brady Halls from the streets of Sydney. Hey, guys, thank you very much for the discussion. I didn't get a chance to wish you goodbye. Mia, Anthony, and Peter, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a break.
On a current affair,
I think they're going to be shocked.
Maggie T tells all.
I set out to be very honest.
The tales even her mother didn't know.
I'm a hopeless romantic.
Tales that may shock her fans.
It's got me into a bit of trouble.
Tonight, 6:30.
What a night. Airport's the only place to be. But facilities, great atmosphere. What a night. Full of excitement. Your heart's racing, and she was there next to me. The finest food, the biggest selection. The night is everything you need. Glamour and style. She was sharing it all with me. What a night. Hamlet Park, an evening to remember.
At Retrovision, it's the because we're the biggest retailer, our prices are rock bottom sale. This Sony 51cm remote control colour TV, just $679. At Retrovision, it's our rock bottom prices sale. So get this Sony 4-head mono G-code VCR and pay only $459. At Retrovision, it's our rock bottom prices sale. Get this Sony 3-disc mini hi-fi system for a bargain $469. At Retrovision, it's our rock bottom prices sale, but it can't last. So lay by now for Christmas.
My mum likes a life yogurt the best. Dad likes a life custard the best. And my big sister Emma likes all life smoothies the best. Oh, I can't decide. I think they're all yummy.
Soy life milk and new yogurt, smoothies and custard. Really healthy, really delicious.
Yep, all of them.
And all that jazz. Come on, babe, I know a whoopee spot.
On Broadway, it's standing room only. In London, it's a 6-month wait. In Sydney, tickets are on sale 9 a.m. Monday. Chicago the Musical, from February 25th at the Capitol Theatre. Book at Ticketek. Presented by Motorola.
That jazz.
McCain home fries, special oven fries that taste as good as fried chips. Ah, McCain, you've done it again.
It's a beautiful life. 2 huge Lincraft superstores at Westfield, Chatswood and Miranda are now open with up to 50% off furnishings, fabrics, craft and haberdashery. Lincraft superstores, Chatswood and Miranda.
Lincraft life, oh yeah.
Welcome back to Midday. Well, when it comes to fashion, it does help to know what's hot and what is not. And our next guest is right up to speed on style. She's edited fashion magazines in England, Australia. Now she's senior writer with the Sydney Morning Herald. Welcome to Midday fashion and lifestyle commentator Maggie Alderson. Maggie, welcome. Well, we love to talk about fashion. In fact, you've got a new book. It's called Shoe Money. Now, how did you arrive at the title Shoe Money?
Well, I went out shopping for a toaster and I accidentally went into a shoe shop on the way, as you do, and there was this gorgeous pair of sandals, and next thing I knew, I bought them, and they were $130 or so, and I thought, oh, you know, fine, they're worth it. Then I went into the toaster shop, and the toasters were $40, and I'm like, are you serious? $40 for a toaster? I can't even wear it? And then I got home and I thought, the shoes are $130, the toaster's $40, but somehow the shoe dollars didn't count. So I decided it was like dog years.
Well, that's a good analogy. So, well, OK, you've got shoe money. In fact, I love the shoes. These aren't the shoes that you bought, are they?
No, these are about the price of a small car. I wish I could say they were $130, but...
You talk about in the book some fashion myths and fashion facts. What are some of the myths?
Well, I think one of the great myths, and working on fashion magazines, you're always trotting these things out to your reader, and year after year we'd be saying, if you're feeling a little bit on the chubby side, a vertical stripe is very flattering. And I suddenly thought, no, it's not. Because you actually, your eye, first of all, your eye goes up and down, but then your eye goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whereas on Kate Moss, it stops at 6. On me, it would probably stop at about 25. And I thought, they're not flattering at all.
So vertical stripes are out?
They're out, forget it.
OK. Any other myths, or should we go on to the facts?
Another one that I particularly dislike is the crisp white shirt, which is supposed to bring light to the face and you're meant to look really crisp. By the time I get to work, I look like I'm wearing an old dish rag. And I'm not prepared to spend my lunch hour at the gym ironing the shirt again. So I think the white shirt is the big lie.
OK, so get rid of the white shirt, unless you get a fabric that doesn't crease. Because that's a whole linen look that's been going on for too long.
Don't start me on the linen look. I think it's vile. I mean, you know, if you stand like this and maybe get carried to work, you'd be fine. But the minute you sat down, you just look like a crumpled mess.
OK, fashion facts.
Well, I'm afraid it does tend to come back to black jersey. I mean, I'm constantly trying not to wear black, and every time I try it, I bought a beautiful cream skirt last summer and I felt all young and flirty in it and got biro on it the first day and tomato sauce on it the second day. And I thought, well, my black skirts don't show the mess. So it does keep coming back to black jersey for me.
Okay.
Sad, but true.
Even in summer?
I try not to. I think it's tragic in summer.
Well, you've spoken to a lot of the supermodels. Who was your fave in the supermodel stakes?
Definitely Helena Christensen.
Why?
She's real. I mean, she's lived in that crazy world for so many years, and she just sits down, she looks you straight in the eye. She's not looking around for the, you know, the minder or
who else is more important than the person I'm
exactly,
talking to.
or...
You know, somebody you meet at a cocktail party and you're talking to them and they're forever looking around you to see if there's somebody else there. So she's a good girl.
Oh, she's lovely, and she looks you in the eye, you get her full attention, she's not answering the phone. And you can also tell that half the time she's thinking, what am I doing here? Which is a very healthy attitude to have, I think.
Well, I just must ask you, because you are the fashion commentator, my sock?
Love it.
Yeah?
It is the glamour sock of the century.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Now,
Giving good sock.
So I'm not going to find myself as a fashion victim.
No, absolutely.
Because I do sometimes, you know. Some people have a go at me about my clothes sometimes.
Well, sometimes you get into the very bright colours, but I think you can carry it off. You've got the personality to go with it.
What I love about what you're going to do for us today, you've put some pieces together about the absolute no-nos of fashion, the real faux pas. Is this what we're about to see? I haven't seen these. I've heard a bit about them. So where do we start?
Well, this is the DAG's Fashion Parade.
The DAG Fashion Parade. I love it.
First of all, we have the lovely Jodie coming out. And Jodie's modelling for us the visible shoulder pad. And that's like the visible panty line of the shoulder.
Oh, so no, the visible pantyhose,
shoulder pad.
Shoulder pad.
It's bad enough wearing them in the 90s, but we don't want to see them. She's also showing the visible stirrup.
Oh, so you can't, that's an absolute
no-no. And the stocking with the sandal. It's all little details that we don't want to see. We don't want to know you're wearing cheap pantyhose. We don't want to know about the stirrups, and we certainly don't want to know about those shoulder pads.
Okay, anybody with that in your wardrobe, get it out immediately. But modelled extremely well, Jodie.
Now, Katrina is your classic yuppie. She's working her way up the corporate ladder, and she's working out at the same time, and I think it's a disaster.
But I mean, you don't wear that in the office, but if you've got to go from the train station to the... So what do you do?
Work out at the weekend. Just keep those two parts of your life separate. I just think it's a tragedy.
So, but what about, would it be better if we're walking around in dark sneakers?
Yeah, that would be better. Now, look at this. He's got the business shirt tucked into the tracky pants. And he says, Mr. Schizophrenic, what am I? Am I a businessman? Am I a dag? But I think the most special thing about Ewan's look, I'm afraid, is always there, and that's the mullet haircut.
The mullet?
It's called a mullet. It's short on top, it's long at the back. It's hideous.
But that's actually how Ewan wears it.
Mine.
So short on top, long at the back. The mullet, so that's gone.
It's so
And
over.
also, let's recap. This is important. No tracksuit pants with a business shirt.
Oh. Now here we have. This is a look you don't normally see together. It's two distinct personality types. We've got the anal retentive creases, which are actually ironed into the jeans.
So you can't iron your jeans either?
If you're wearing jeans, you should be relaxing. Which are you?
And I do
then
love
you
the sock
have
look.
The sock and the thong, which is
But how do you actually even keep those on? I've always been curious with that look.
I think you should be in a circus.
And the jeans are such a good length as well.
Normally you'd be seeing the iron jean with a bit of a polished loafer or something, but...
Okay, so definitely no
Very
socks
sad.
and thongs and
Very
no
sad.
crease in your jeans.
What we have going on here is the white shoe.
The white shoe.
Unless you're playing tennis, just don't go there. She's also wearing culottes, which is the garment that all men hate.
Why?
Well, because they see her coming and they think, what a babe. She's wearing a skirt. And then they find out she's wearing shorts and they feel cheated because they think that at any moment that skirt might just flip up. But as it's culottes, it won't. Such a cheat.
So no white shoes.
And also she's got the this goes with this, goes with this, goes with this, goes with this thing going on. Too many white accessories. It's like she's thought about it. I'll wear my white shoes, my white belt, my white
But you know,
scarf.
hold on, Jodie. You know what I'm really hating about this? When they decided to obviously do the DAG segment, they went into my wardrobe circa 1988. I'm actually recognising these pieces.
But you never would have put that belt on it.
No, I wouldn't have put the belt on, but I did actually wear the rest because it's mine! Dear, but okay, definitely no white shoes.
No, unless you're playing tennis. Oh, here we have it.
Yeah. Let's get physical.
This is the workout outfit that never actually sees the gym. This is a look that should have stayed inside the gym or preferably inside Jane Fonda's head. But the people who wear it never actually go to the gym. It's like,
is that because
I'm wearing
it's the
my
colour?
gear.
Is it? It's everything, is it?
It's the headband particularly.
The head, so no headbands.
No.
That is.
I mean, if you're really on the treadmill and the sweat's dripping off, fine. It's, you know, a working piece of... Oh. I have never understood... Oh. I have never understood this look. If it's hot enough to wear shorts, why are you wearing the socks?
Okay,
is it
so
hot or isn't it?
No socks with shorts.
I know that, like, you know, some elderly men wear it and they look very smart, but I just don't think that the long sock and the shorts.
Okay, guys, we're appealing to your fashion sense here. No, if you're going to wear shorts and sandals, do not wear socks. I didn't realise we had so many actors around here, Maggie.
This is very special. This is a brave man. He's got no undies under those trackies.
I'm sorry.
He's got the full family jewels on display.
That is more information than we needed. So, okay.
It may be comfy, but please don't do it to us, guys.
And they are particularly tight ones. Definitely the tight trackies.
It's got a bit of a mullet going on as well.
Careful. And I tell you, the hairstyle, that was Scott Baio going back Happy Days or something, I think. Well, Maggie, I just can't thank you enough. Now, did everybody catch up here? We've learned our little lessons. We're going back to our wardrobes, and I'm never going to look in my wardrobe again. I'm so upset. Maggie, Shoe Money is the name of the book. It actually is very clever and very witty. Thank you very much for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank our guest, author of Shoe Money, Maggie Alderson.
Newsbreak, brought to you by National Mutual.
Good afternoon. Thousands of people have honoured our Commonwealth Games athletes with a parade through the city. They won a record 198 medals in Kuala Lumpur, 80 of them gold. The Australian dollar is continuing to trade at around 62 US cents, the highest since July. The value of our currency was pushed up overnight following a rally by the yen. There are reports that Australia's silent service is too noisy for combat. A secret US Navy report says the $5 billion Collins-class submarines have a long list of design faults. Victorian Premier Jeff Kennett and his wife Felicity are back together. They separated 9 months ago when Mrs Kennett moved out of the family home and ended her involvement in official duties. And Kylie Minogue has unveiled a radical new image after a hot wax treatment on her lookalike at Madame Tussauds. Details at 6.
More Australians get their news from Channel 9 than from any other source.
The Aussies are looking to square up the series against New Zealand in the second Test thriller. 8:30 Friday on Channel 9.
The 40-hour sale at 40 Winks, up to 40% off lots of things. We need the space, we'll clear the floor. We want it all out the door, but it's only for 40 hours. It just lasts 40 hours. Hurry!
Wink, wink, 40 winks.
Major Chip Hazard, Brick Bazooka, Butch Meat Hook, and Archer.
Drop into Pizza Hut for your own small soldier with the $5.25 Small Soldiers Kids Works, only at Pizza Hut.
Are you ready?
Yep. Let's go check out all these air conditioners.
Chandler's. More air conditioners than you can poke an Eskimo at, like Kelvinator split systems from just $995 and Kelvinator window and wall air conditioners from just $529. Plus, with interest-free, you won't pay a cent till May 99.
Something to warm you up?
Yes, please.
Ice?
Chandler's. We'll look after you.
I use Thrive from Yates. It makes everything grow real big, real fast. That's what mates are for.
Put it on your garden and watch and thrive.
Unscramble your budget with GIO Pay by the Month insurance for homes and contents, for cars, for boats, and for caravans. GIO Pay by the Month. Insurance the way it ought to be.
Sweet.
How you doing, Teddy? I'm hungry, Dave.
Innocent.
You didn't like your first day at school? No.
Adorable. Meet Teddy, the cutest stuffed bear in town. Strassman premieres 9 o'clock Monday on Channel 9.
You've met our next guest before on Midday. As a child in Ireland, she experienced poverty, hunger, beatings, and life literally in the gutter. From those terrible beginnings, she devoted herself to giving thousands of Vietnamese street children the gift she had lived without, the gift of love. Please welcome back to Midday, Christina Noble. Christina, lovely to see you. It's always amazing when we talk to you because from more than humble beginnings, you've managed to give so many children pleasure of life. Is that where you get your inner strength, from those memories of the difficulties?
Yes, because of the total deprivation that a child can feel, I know how precious love and childhood is. I think to sum it up, it's really every child should be able to sleep with peace in their hearts and protection on their pillow at night time, and in a way that's what I'm striving for.
Just let's recap for a lot of people, because we talked on the program last year about your book and your work. How tough was your early life?
It was very tough. It was very Dickensian. It was everything that you can imagine that would be a nightmare for, even one part of it would be a nightmare, but I endured it right through until I was 35 years old. And then I learned I had basic human rights. I didn't know those words before. And in a way, that's what I'm trying to do for children, is to say to them, look, you have got rights. These are your basic human rights. But together, we'll work to make this happen. But you've got to pull yourself up out of the gutter. You have to study. You have to learn. You have to want to get out of the gutter, because everybody is busy now. Nobody has time to pull you up anymore. And if you want to come up, let's take your hands and help you up. You know?
Because you've experienced it in such a personal way, the rape, the beatings, you've been such a victim and you've pulled yourself out. We were just talking about some new areas, hotspots of child poverty, Mongolia, I understand.
Yes.
You're spending some time there?
I went to Mongolia a year and a half ago, and I built a village of gears, which is how the Mongolians live, because they're like nomads. So we built this village for the children who were living in the sewers, literally down the sewers in Ulaanbaatar. And after 40 years of Soviet domination, they left behind a legacy of alcoholism, vodka, and a lot of problems. Out of 140 children we took blood tests from one day, 122 of them had venereal disease and gonorrhea. That's 122 out of 40. The age is 4 to 15. So there's a problem. There's a very big problem. But you know, Kerry-Ann, I'm always talking about the pain and the suffering and the degradation, and make no doubt that all that happens is across the world. It's a world problem with drugs and alcoholism for children. But you know, there's also survival, true survival, where young people who suffer this type of degradation, they grow up and they become very, very, very productive members of society. We have young people whom I spoke to before about, 2 of them now at the Computer Institute of Science in Dublin. Another one is on his way to the College of Graphic Art and Design in Dublin. One child I remember, we mentioned about the child who was sightless, is now in his 3rd years doing international economics at the University of Saigon. Now, they're just a few. It's important that the world knows that abused children do not always grow up to become abusers. They can grow up to be fantastic members of society, great human beings.
They're the success stories, and that's what you work so hard for. But of course, so many other children coming up through those difficult times. Tell me about the child you found living in the chicken coop.
Twit. It means snowflake in English. Her name is Snowflake. And she was her mother died. I think her mother died, and nobody knew the mother died. And Twit was left in a chicken pen in the provinces, in the jungle area, and she'd been there for several weeks. When we found Twit, she was very badly malnourished, picked by the chickens herself, but she was behaving like a chicken. She used to bok, 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 bok. You know, that was and she could only communicate with chickens. She couldn't by the time we found her, she couldn't communicate with a human being. She was very frightened.
How old was she then?
It took 2 years. At that time, I think Twit was about 2 and a half. But by the time, because we never really know their full ages if there's nobody left belong to them, you know. But it took over a year and a half for Twit just to behave a little bit in a normal way, where she would touch your hand and pull back. Before that, she used to just go to the wall and go sort of bop, 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 and scrub at the floor like this, and just like a chicken.
Because obviously that for several weeks or months she had been living in the coop.
For a long time she had been living in the pen, eating chicken feces and stuff like that, yeah.
Just extraordinary. Just one of the stories in your new book, Mama Tina. Well, you also have had been honoured by the President of Ireland. That's a long way.
Yeah.
Isn't it, from a girl from the streets?
It was, well, having left Ireland in the way that I had to losing my family, my brothers and sisters, my mother, my father, the son that was born through rape. And I think he came back to see me, you know, my son. I think it's him, you know, but I won't go into that now. But, and the President of Ireland launched the foundation in Ireland, spoke about Mama Tina, spoke about my childhood. And my brother, it was the first time my brother was in Ireland with me since he was 11 years old, 10 years old. And I didn't realise he was in the audience. And when the President was speaking, she put her arms around me. I could see my brother down there and I couldn't believe it. And I just saw the tears coming down his face. So that was the first time in 40 years.
Wow. Well, there are wonderful stories of survival, and the work you do is quite sensational. The book is called Mama Tina, and if you would like to help the Christina Noble Foundation, there's a telephone number as well as a PO box number up on the screen, box 548 Sutherland, and the telephone number. Always a pleasure to have you back.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thank you so much.
Christina Noble, ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight on 9, an astounding premiere special.
Rose petals falling from the sky.
The sun was pulsating and spinning.
Witness video and photographic evidence of miraculous events.
Science cannot explain this.
Miracles and visions, fact or fiction, 9:30 tonight.
At Retrovision, it's the because we're the biggest retailer, our prices are rock bottom sale. This Whirlpool 588 litre side-by-side fridge with gift voucher only $1,999. At Retrovision, it's our rock bottom prices sale. This Whirlpool commercial quality 7.5 kilo washer only $998. At Retrovision, it's our rock bottom prices sale. This Whirlpool European design 5 kilo front load washer only $979. At Retrovision, it's our rock bottom prices sale, but it can't last. So lay by now for Christmas.
Retailer of electrical appliances.
Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Introducing Mighty Dog. Small dogs go about life as if they're taking on the world. That's why we make Mighty Dog. It's packed with protein for the energy they need to be their best. New Mighty Dog. It does big things for small dogs.
I used to tell myself that I could give up smoking any time. Then I did. 4 times. This time, I got some help. Nicobate lets me down gradually, taking the edge off the cravings. It isn't easy, but there's help every step of the way. With Nicobate, you can start with the higher strength patch and gradually step down until you free yourself of the need. With willpower, Nicobate can help you stay calm and control and quit.
Your pharmacist will advise you whether this preparation is suitable for your condition.
The greatest travel experience of your life is here. Antarctica. Experience the unspoiled beauty of the world's last great wilderness on board your Qantas 747. Enjoy fine dining, talk to the Antarctic experts, watch live video displays from the flight deck, and delight in the magnificent vistas below. Only 1,300 New South Wales people will see Antarctica this season. Call now to book for this trip of a lifetime.
8:30 Saturday.
Who's in charge? I am.
A hijacker with nothing to lose.
You will be shot.
A security expert caught in the middle.
Always bet on black.
Before you see Blake, see Wesley Snipes as Passenger 57, Saturday on 9. Every week on Midday, you could win the $5,000 Star City Rocky Horror Package. Spend 2 nights at the Star City Hotel, dining at their fabulous restaurants. See the new production of the Rocky Horror Show and try your luck at the casino. The prize includes airfares and transfers, meals, show tickets and gaming vouchers. Star City, your entertainment destination. The latest kitchen appliances from Sunbeam, including the Kettle King Outdoor Electric Barbecue Oven. Just plug it in and you're cooking with clean, instant heat. There's also the combination Juice and Blend, the Easy Clean Snack Maker, Convection Bakehouse, Wok and Family Set of 4 personal plaque removers. You can count on Sunbeam. Swiss-made Raymond wheel watches are available in more than 80 countries around the world and come with a 12-month guarantee. This lady's bracelet watch is part of the Chorus collection, with black Roman numerals on a rose dial and electroplated in 18-karat gold. Timeless quality from Raymond wheel watches. Change the way you greet the day with a Sealy queen-size Posturepedic mattress and base ensemble. Meeting the strict standards set by leading orthopedic surgeons, a Sealy Posturepedic offers maximum comfort, support and durability, making it the best bed for everybody. Available at Myer and Grace Brothers stores. Or a year's worth of services to the value of $1,000 from VIP, Australia's largest home services organisation. All VIP franchisees offer a complete range of services, including lawn mowing, home and office cleaning, and they clean carpets, cars and windows. Let VIP do the homework for you. Enjoy Ernest Hillier's delectable chocolates all year round with a superb assortment of Australian-made chocolates. Ernest Hillier's skilled confectioners use the purest ingredients to create the finest chocolates possible, including the delicious hazelnut praline bears. Quality handmade chocolates from Ernest Hillier. Just some of the terrific prizes you could win on Midday on the Star City Wheel.
You betcha, and tomorrow and every Friday we give you the chance to win on the wheel. All you've got to do is telephone our contest line 1902 55 46 44. Put your name in the draw, leave those details, your name and your telephone number so we can get back to you. 1902 55 46 44 and get lucky. If you remember, when we were in Midday was in Nashville recently, we caught up with an Australian success story. These guys are fabulous. The multi-platinum selling Newsboys. They're the kings of Christian rock in America, all mostly Aussie boys, a fantastic band. Now, we met the boys just before the release of their latest album, but it's out now. Here it is, and they're very kind to send over a few copies for our Midday audience. So you got the freebies today. Look, well done. Newsboys, everybody in the audience gets a copy, and we're only too happy to try and promote it because they really are an Australian success story. So there it is, Newsboys, step up to the microphone. A bunch of really terrific guys. It's on sale now, so got to get it. And well done. So you're happy with your freebies? Yes. Oh, good, good. Glad you're with us today. Okay, and the great music continues as we welcome back one of the finest voices we've had the privilege to showcase on the show. This international music theatre star is currently thrilling audiences in Les Mis at Melbourne's Princess Theatre. Well, with us performing one of the showstoppers from Les Mis. Welcome, Michael McCarthy.
Out in the darkness, a fugitive running, fallen from God, fallen from grace. God be my witness, I never shall yield till we come face to face, till we come face to face. He knows his way in the dark. Mine is the way of the Lord. Those who follow the path of the righteous shall have their reward. And if they fall as Lucifer fell, the flame, the sword, stars in your multitudes, scarce to be counted, filling the darkness with order and light. You are the sentinels, silent and assured, keeping watch in the night, keeping watch in the night. You know your place in the sky, you hold your course and your aim, and each in your season returns and returns, and is always the same. And if you fall as Lucifer fell, you fall in flames. And so it must be, for so it is written on the doorway to paradise, that those who falter and those who fall must pay the price. Lord, let me find him, that I may see him, safe behind bars.
on 60 Minutes. Terror on the high seas.
Vessel disappears, the cargo disappears.
Modern-day pirates, seizing ships, killing crews.
The well-planned, sophisticated crime.
The Aussie captain who lived to tell the tale.
They were going to quite happily kill us.
Also, a father's agony.
I said, well, Andy, did you do it?
The decision that means the death sentence for his son.
My words that would send him to the electric chair.
And born to be boarders. The education only money can buy.
Failing is not cool.
Toyota presents 60 Minutes, Sunday.
Like our new house, Kate? It's a bit bare, isn't it? Not a problem. We'll get everything from Radio Rentals. Well, we'll need a fridge, a washer, right? Let's see. TV, VCR, yes. And a bed and dining suite. Absolutely. Radio Rentals even have lounge suites with a $20 cashback. Why are we waiting? Hey, Dad! Call 131 181. Then we can really party.
You deserve some R&R.
Celebrate life with Desirie's brilliant new album, Supernatural. Relive the romantic interlude from Romeo and Juliet with I'm Kissing You. With 2 smash hits and more to come, Desiree's brand new album, Supernatural, out now.
At Target, we realise that not all women are the same. Some have long legs, some have shorter ones, and some have a different shape altogether. In our experience, there's no such thing as the average woman. Every woman is unique, and at Target, we treat them that way. We have a range of clothes to fit just about everybody. So no matter what shape or size you are, if you're a woman, get into Target.
Introducing Mighty Dog. Small dogs go about life as if they're taking on the world. That's why we make Mighty Dog. It's packed with protein for the energy they need to be their best. New Mighty Dog. It does big things for small dogs.
And you'll love the sauce.
Yes, sis.
Just take the pan juices.
Yes, sis.
With Continental Cuppa sauce, you can create a great meal in seconds.
Brilliant. Just like your sisters.
You and Continental, just brilliant.
Me. Socks from Holeproof. Me. They're really you.
Welcome back to Midday. Everyone has a special place. For the family of Australian radio star Bob Rogers, that place is A Bend of the River. That's the title. There's the book. The title of a book celebrating endless summers, good friends, fine food, and also revealing some intimate family home truths. We'd like to welcome to Midday Bob Rogers and authors of the book, mother-daughter Jerry and Sky Rogers. Sky, Jerry, Bob, welcome. Thank you. Well, I've got to say, what value. You get to, you know, happy stories, great lifestyle, a few secrets in there of the and cooking recipes. What are we making today, Jerry?
We're making mango butter, Carrie-Anne.
Mango butter.
It's very simple, only four ingredients, and very easy to make.
Okay, well, I'll start you off. What are you starting? First, you cut up the mango.
Well, we've cut up the mangoes, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
We've then put them into a blender and made the puree.
Mm-hmm.
And we start with the eggs in the double boiler.
Okay.
She's the expert here, Carrie-Anne. I must say, Bob and I, cooking is not our thing. We add the sugar.
Into the boiler. We've got that recipe up there because I've got to tell you, this I reckon I could add. I would whip up anything.
And we
for mango butter.
whisking.
Fantastic. Now, Bob, I've got to say, I mentioned home farm in beautiful Queensland, full of mango trees. That must be heaven.
You heard I'm allergic, like your husband, to mangoes.
You're allergic to mangoes?
They cost $8 each. Why wouldn't you be?
Are you really allergic to mangoes?
Yes. Well, you get a big stick and you chop them off, and I catch them. And the sprays all over me. I ended up virtually in hospital. It came out in these terrible pink blotches. Terrible. So never ate them again, never touched them again.
So you've got a whole farm full of mangoes, you're in trouble, Bob. And what at least you've got Queensland.
I've got a house full of I've got a house full of women and I'm in trouble.
Why did you laugh when I mentioned at least he's got Queensland girls?
Well, he's not particularly enamoured of the country, let's say, and perhaps Queensland especially. The heat gets to him, the mangoes get to him. Doesn't like the flies.
Any people who can elect Joe Bjelke and the fish and chip shop lady can't be all good.
Oh, Bob. Now, I'm interested to read in the book, Sky, because as you grew up, this was sort of the farm, and your dad, during that teenage period of your life, was, you know, a really, really big radio star. Do you remember all the publicity shoots he'd do?
Yes, I do, Kerry-Ann. He used to get on and play golf and get on the horses and do all that sort of stuff that I never saw him do that in real life, I must say. It's the public self had to come into play. And,
so would you do anything for a publicity shot?
Absolutely. I've always been an old whore, yes.
Yeah, he's utterly shameless.
Including, go on, say it.
Yep, taking his clothes off in my beautiful treehouse when I was 12 years old.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever recovered.
That was the famous nude shot. I've got Cleo.
I covered my school books. I decided to get mileage out of that.
Oh, look, you can have a look at this, guys. Go on camera here. That's the famous shot there.
Yes.
But the one that Sky's holding up, that was your school book?
It was.
Was that difficult as a teenager, having your father naked everywhere?
But what? It was awful. He's still doing it too. He can't keep his clothes on.
I watched Jeff's This Is Your Life the other night, and he's forever dropping his tweeds, but he's never been game to do the full Monty.
Well, there's a bit if ever I've heard one.
Actually, Bob, that wasn't me, and I don't approve of that kind of behaviour.
I mentioned also, I mean, you girls didn't mind writing some of the tougher family moments of life. I mean, Sky, as a teenager, you suffered bulimia. Did a little shoplifting on the side.
This is getting awful, yes.
Well, but I mean, you
normal
openly...
teenage stuff, I suppose.
Why do you think that... What pushed you into all that? Your father taking his clothes off?
Oh, no, I wouldn't blame it all on Dad. Some of it's Jerry's fault. No. I think, look, having two very strong parents was difficult, being the youngest of 4 girls, all that sort of thing. And very much, I mean, with the food problems that I had, I think very much with the way culture expects young girls to be size 8 and chocolate tan. You know, I had problems living up to that ideal, and that we talk about that a bit in the book.
And it's said very honestly. And also what I like in here, Bob, and I'd like your thoughts on this, because, I mean, you've been one of this country's most successful radio broadcasters, television and radio, but Sky talks about how you couldn't, in fact, communicate with your children. I mean, was that hurtful?
Did you say that? I've only read the good parts of the book. No, it's a very honest book. I've had
But I mean, did you recognise at the time that you couldn't, while you could talk to Australia, be super duper successful, you couldn't in fact talk to your own daughter?
Well, they had a very secure household. I mean, their mother was always there. I was always out as much as you are these days.
Don't look at me. I don't have a teenage daughter. Are you making excuses now?
I'm having legal advice, but the trouble is, it's her sister, Justin, who's the solicitor, and she's not talking to me. That's not true.
But, I mean, it's interesting to know that famous families have problems too.
Every family is partly dysfunctional, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think there's truly a family without some dysfunction.
Well, very quickly, 2 things. When I did that Cleo, one of my wife's best friends said to her seriously, said, how awful, how can you live with it? And she said, well, I'm going to paper the laundry with it. But in actual fact, Sky papered the books with it. When this book was coming out, several close friends said, why are you revealing this? But I feel, seriously, that if people read it and know that this terrible, terrible teenager, she had awful problems as a kid.
He's going to cry now. This is his cue to cry.
This is a soppy Bob.
Yes.
It's very sweet. We're very fond of each other these days.
So, I mean...
She's a miracle. She worked her way through it, and she had 3 very successful...
You really choke up when you talk.
I do, yeah. I'm an old man.
But you were just saying how successful it is, the fact that, the difficult years, so there is light at the end of the tunnel.
I want to tell everybody, and that book helps explain some of it. And as you say, every family, I think as Joey said, is at least to some extent dysfunctional. And if you love and hope...
they stick in for the long haul.
They become very good writers.
Do you look back and think, wish you'd learned a lot of things earlier?
No, no good doing that. No, I don't belong to the philosophy or the age where you blame your parents. I blame my parents for being poverty-ridden, but that was the era. And there was nothing they could do about it. No, they have to live with it. I did the best I could. I'm still doing the best I can.
And Jerry's certainly doing the best. Now, we're boiling all that, so you've got to keep doing that over the double boiler.
Yes, but it's just about ready. You can see it's coating the back of the spoon here.
And that's the finished one there. Well, I'm going to get right into that as soon as we go to this commercial break. Hey, girls, congratulations. It's called Bend of the River. It really is a family, personal life and a lot of fun as well. And I congratulate you on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sky, Jerry and Bob Rogers. The book, Bend of the River.
8:30 tonight.
Surprise.
He started out as a child actor, then became a teen idol.
You were my first love.
Which Aussie entertainment legend does Mike catch unawares? Find out on This Is Your Life, 8:30 tonight.
Introducing delicious new Chocolo, only from Wendy's. With no artificial colours or flavours, it has the rich taste and creamy texture of chocolate ice cream, but is 99% fat-free. Chocolo low-fat chocolate ice cream. It's a pleasure on the lips, never on the hips. Wendy's love to see you smile.
With the rear seats up, Lancer Wagon has a staggering 579 litres of rear cargo space, whereas Baleno costs more, yet holds a staggering 200 litres less. In fact, Lancer Wagon has more rear cargo space than any other car in its class, including Lantra and Nubira. So don't splash out. The answer, the new Lancer. From $21,990 drive away with free air.
And you'll love the sauce.
Yes, sis.
Just take the pan juices.
Yes, sis.
With Continental Copper Sauce, you can create a great meal in seconds.
Brilliant. Just like your sisters.
You and Continental, just brilliant.
It's a beautiful life.
2 huge Lincraft superstores at Westfield, Chatswood and Miranda are now open with up to 50% off furnishings, fabrics, craft and haberdashery. Lincraft superstores, Chatswood and Miranda.
Lincraft life, oh yeah.
I judge a moisturiser purely by touch, the way it feels the minute you put it on. After that, I don't give it another thought, just as long as it works.
Pond's introduces new light hydrating fluid. So light, it's rapidly absorbed, penetrating 7 layers deep, taking moisture to where it's needed most, leaving your skin feeling softer and smoother.
I really like the way it feels. And when things feel right, they usually are.
Come on down to Electronic Sales and Service this week for our huge warehouse clear-out. Everything's got to go. TVs, VCRs, stereos, faxes, video cameras, fridges, washers and much, much more. Only at Electronic Sales and Service, Blacktown and Penrith.
Paddy's Flemington and Paddy's Haymarket are Sydney's biggest and best traditional markets with a true market atmosphere.
So brothers, sisters, mums and daddies, you haven't been to market till you've been to Paddy's. We're the markets!
Welcome back. With the summer holiday season not too far away, we're all going on now, we could be thinking about an ocean cruise. Well, get a pen, be ready to take down a telephone number because Midday and Australian Cruise Passenger Magazine are giving you the chance to win the cruise of a lifetime on board the world's most romantic ship, the magnificent QE2. 2 of you. 2 Australians will fly Qantas to Auckland. Join the QE2 as she sails across the Tasman to Sydney, Melbourne, on to Fremantle. You will spend 10 days enjoying the finest food, shipboard romance, entertainment. Prizes include the airfares, the passage on the QE2, $2,000 spending. All up, this package is worth $18,000. How much? As you're paying attention. If you want to read all about it, here's the contest. In this is the latest, whoops, there you go. This issue of Australian Cruise Passenger Magazine, the only mag published expressly for Australian cruise lovers. Inside you're going to find the cruise calendar at the back. Whoops, there it is, telling you where every ship is right around the world and what time of the year. Now, to win the trip aboard the QE2, just telephone 1902 553 614. Leave your details. Now, those lines are open till November 13. Call as often as you want to. Increase your your chances of winning 1902 553 614. And let me tell you, cruising, been on that one, the Royal Viking Sun, it is spectacular. You will love it. $18,000 worth, get in it. Okay, tomorrow on Midday, great music from rising star Jodie Messina. We also welcome our gold medal winning swim team to the studio. What, you had a shocking time today or what? Thrills, spills with the great China Circus, plus the wheel sport, regular Friday fun. Gee, I look forward to your company at Midday. Bye.
Thousands of Sydney-siders lined city streets to salute our team, which won a record number of medals in Kuala Lumpur.
It was Sydney's turn to take to the streets and thank our Commonwealth Games champions. Thousands of school children among the cheering lunchtime crowd, many mobbing their heroes even before the parade started.
I like Susie O'Neill, but she's not here. I like Matt Sherwood.
It's great to thank everyone and, yeah, give something back, I guess.
Hockey star Alison Annan headed the cavalcade of convertibles as it wound through the heart of the city.
It's great for all Australians to come out and help enjoy our celebrations. They deserve it. This is awesome, yeah. It's really exciting. I think it's great so many people can come out and support us. It's really wonderful.
It's awesome. It's unbelievable. I can't believe how good it is. It's nearly as good as winning the gold medal, I think.
Marathon gold medalist Heather Turland among the 110 athletes soaking up the warm welcome from even the youngest of supporters.
And while all the athletes received a warm Sydney welcome, there was no doubting who the stars of this show were.
The swim team was swamped by well-wishers, lapping up all the attention: Michael Klim, Ian Thorpe, Daniel Kowalski and Matt Dunn.
How could you not get pumped up by one of these parades? It's fantastic.
At the end of the parade, the athletes were greeted by Lord Mayor Frank Sartor, the keys to the city accepted by Ian Thorpe as proud mum Margaret looked on. From the Premier, a special plaque received on the team's behalf by Alison Annan. And our athletes are hoping celebrations will be just as euphoric after the Sydney Olympics. Daniela Ongaro, 10 News.